All right, buddy. So what's your name and where are you from for the people that don't know?
My name is Jeremy Garnier, aka Uncle Dub. I live in outside of St. Louis, Missouri. Uh, I'm an ex-convict, and I don't normally introduce myself as an ex-convict because it's been 6 years since I was incarcerated. I came home. I did 23 years of my life in prison, as a matter of fact.
Okay. That's a lot of damn time, my friend.
Yeah, that is a lot of time. And on two separate occasions, I did 9 flat years. The first time, went in at 17 years old, didn't get out until I was 25, 26 years old. And then I went in again at 29 and didn't get out until I was 40. And that's 11 flat years. I did 9 flat years and I did 11 flat years.
That's
so
crazy.
Man,
hey, do me a favor, man. Your camera's going down a little bit. I can barely get your. There you go. Hey.
Yeah, it's a miracle I'm even free right now. The recidivism rate for a person in my experience, my history, I should be dead, overdosed, or back in prison with a new jail sentence, with a life sentence or something like that. But I've beaten the odds.
You know what I'm saying? The odds, man, and you're on lockdown 23-1. And ladies and gentlemen, this is how crazy the odds are. Let me break down the odds. I don't know if y'all recognize him from any of my past videos, but I did a mugshot video.
Wanna know how I got these scars?
And he had clown face paint, and the reason that, well, I'm gonna let you explain that mugshot, but he's from the mugshot video, okay. And explain it, man. You know?
Okay. I had came up with this character called Cloudy the Clown a couple years ago. A clout chasing clown. Ooh, right? Everybody's chasing clout on social media. So I'm going to be the clout chasing clown, Cloudy the clout chaser.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? I admit I chase clout because I know what clout is. Clout isn't attention. Clout is the power that comes from that attention you can get. You know, the power to persuade others to lead a different life, the power of persuasion, the power to teach people of ending the epidemic of opiate addiction. That's what I chase clout for. Okay. So one time somebody says, go out as the Joker. So on one night, instead of putting black lipstick on, I put red lipstick on, and I went to Walmart. I got kicked out of Walmart after 10 minutes. I went to a second Walmart. By the time I got to the second Walmart, I had 5,000 people watching my live feed.
They just kick you out because you had face paint on?
They had kicked me out because I had face paint on.
Yeah.
They kicked me out because I had face paint on. And I had this generic ass green jacket on. It didn't look nothing like the Joker. You know what I'm saying? It looked like the Joker on straight fucking meth and crack or some crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean, you look like a clown. It looked like a clown, if anything, you know? I mean,
no, that was the next night. These were 2 separate nights.
Okay.
These are 2 separate nights. These are 2 separate nights. The first night I had over 5,000 people watching my live streams, like 5.6K were actively watching as I was going and getting kicked out of 3 separate Walmarts. I got kicked out of 3 Walmarts. So, and I had over 5,000 people watching. So, you know, I get drunk. Yeah, on Facebook. Okay. I get drunk off the fucking attention. And I think to myself, damn, if I had the Joker's real outfit and did the makeup a little bit better and went out tomorrow, I could probably get twice as many. I went down to the costume shop and I bought the Joker outfit and everything. I had the whole outfit. You know, I still got the outfit sitting right over there.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
God.
Hey, for real. I still got the outfit sitting right over there. But so I go and get the outfit on, and the next night I decide to go to the Galleria Shopping Center, which is a mall in St. Louis, Missouri. And I go there and I'm there for about 10 minutes. And I'm not talking about killing nobody or nothing. In fact, I told security there, look, I'm not armed. If you want to check my car or anything like that, feel free to do so. I'm trying to end the epidemic of opiate addiction and heroin overdose. It's said repeatedly in the video. But the security kicks me out of the Galleria Shopping Center. So I said, I'm going to go to Blueberry Hill, which is a bar in St. Louis. It's a real popular bar in St. Louis called Blueberry Hill.
Was it like upscale? I go there.
It's medium. They got a lot of touring bands come through there and play the duck room and stuff. Okay. They a lot of memorabilia and stuff. It's a real popular. Chuck Berry used to play there and shit. It's a real popular bar. Okay. But I go there and I get permission to come in by the bar manager. The bartender's there. He gave me permission to come in. I said, "Can I come in with this makeup on?" He's like, "Sure, come on in, Joker. I'd love to serve the Joker." I said, "Well, no Sprite. I'll only Sprite tonight because I might have to go kill some people later on." That's the only thing I said about hurting anybody. And I said it in character, like I was just joking. I didn't have Facebook Live hostage trying to be a crazy motherfucker for 1,000 views. And when I got arrested, I had 2,000 people watching.
So where did that come from?
What's that?
So where did that whole thing come from? That they wrote saying that you were trying to get for the views or something? for 2,000 views.
I have no idea. They think everything's for a view, but popularity without purpose is pointless.
Oh my God.
Popularity without purpose is pointless.
Ooh.
If you're going to be somebody that's just shaking your ass in front of the camera to get a lot of people to watch your live feed, and you're not recouping the time invested in doing that monetarily in some form or fashion, you know what I'm saying? You've not figured out how to monetize the time you spend chasing clout. I figured out ways. I'm an artist, so I do portrait work and tattoo work. I'm flying to Pennsylvania next week on Wednesday to spend a week there doing $3,500 in tattoo work. While when I was in prison, I didn't run the yard with other convicts learning how to be another tough ass convict. I ran the yard learning how to draw, learning how to tattoo, learning how to airbrush, learning how to build myself a trade. So when I came home from prison after doing over 20 years, I wouldn't go right the fuck back because all I knew how to do was hang out with convicts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes come home, that's the problem. They go into prison, they spend a lot of time in there. And I really want to reach out to some of the dudes that are coming home from prison because I've been home 6 years. So it's living proof that a motherfucker can do over 20 some odd years. And I'm dual diagnosis, paranoid, schizophrenic, bipolar, manic depressive. And I take Abilify shots and Wellbutrin and shit, you know? And I believe.
And you're doing it.
Yeah, doing it, surviving and shit. But it takes a good foundation. It takes a good platform. It takes a good support group. My family really supports me. And me going live has given me some relativity. It's made me relative to a lot of people because I got a lot of followers that watch my live feeds on a daily basis. I'm going to be honest with you right now. I'm live right now on Facebook. They're listening to my interview.
What's up? You know what What's up, man?
He say, what's up? But there's a lot of people that depend on me to go live. I do a daily dose of dub to where every day I'll go live, no matter what my situation is. I mean, look here, I don't advocate to end the epidemic of opiate addiction through cleaning up the drug user. The drug users and the drug dealers, they're going to be replaced by 2 or 3 new drug users and drug dealers. And once they find cleanliness, we're not going to end the war on drugs by attacking the users and the dealers. We need to prevent the children from starting it in the first place. And that's through positive music and positive fashion. Music like Jelly Roll puts out and music like NF puts out, that type of music with a message, music like my friend Chandalyn, what she's doing, you know, music with a message that can inform and teach the kids that you're doing them opiates, doing them pills, this and out and all that type of bullshit is uncool. It's not necessary. And I coined a phrase called cold shock resuscitation technique. It's CSRT. It's when a person overdoses from an opiate, you put ice on them, ice them down with ice water. You know what I'm saying? It's old school fucking trick that works. You know what I'm saying? If Narcan is not available, I advocate using CSRT, cold shock resuscitation.
That's what I did with my brother when he OD'd. I dumped a bunch of ice on him. That was the only thing I've ever seen people do in prison. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You ice them down. You ice them down. So, and I wanted to bring that to the awareness of the American Medical Association. The American Medical Association learns, and if they approve that CSRT is a viable way to teach somebody how to save a life, then they could perhaps teach that at schools, in institutions where children, grade school kids. The leading killer in people under 50 years of age is overdose from opiates. You know what I'm saying? It's leading killer in people under 50 years of age. They're teaching kids CPR. They're teaching kids the Heimlich maneuver in grade school gym classes. So you know what? Your mom and dad's not going to choke to death, and they're not going to have a heart problem before they have a drug overdose. You need to learn how to ice them down if Narcan is not available. And accidental overdose is the leading cause of overdose. Not many serious heroin and fentanyl users are ODing as much as the pill poppers and drinkers. The opiate users that want to drink along with it and fall out on an overdose of opiates like that, they're dying off a lot quicker than the junkies because the junkies, their system's used to that shit. But these kids are doing these opiates, they're doing these pressed pills, these pressed Xannies and other fake bars and stuff that have fentanyl in them, and they're overdosing, they're dying off that shit. And I came home with a mission. Let me spit this for you real quick. Everybody knows somebody, so why don't you listen? You ain't immune to the sickness or a life addiction. I can't express it any better as I sat in my prison, but to raise awareness to the madness, I'm gonna make that my mission. As I sat in my cell, I thought of all I was missing. I don't know life because of motherfucking pipes I was kissing. All them years spent in prison, I began to see clearer, never wondered fear death, but now I know that it's nearer. I gotta live my life to the fullest, make it try and live better, and get to know my daughter, maybe write her a letter, let her know I apologize, and baby, I'm sorry it happened, but if I couldn't change my ways and all I was doing was rapping, that's really shit I've written, and I mean every word. If they ever tell you I didn't love you, Catherine, fuck what you heard. Every story has 2 sides. This one's mine, death, so please listen. It ain't a matter of death, it's a matter of addiction. Boom. Bars.
Damn.
Bars. I was in a band with Struggle Jennings in the Feds. You've heard of Struggle, haven't
Hey,
you?
bro, yeah, you sent me the picture. I couldn't believe that. It's unbelievable. One thing that I've realized, man, and I can see why you got an audience. You got passion, man. You got passion for what you do. You know, people can sense the passion, and that's what they're attracted to. Character too, as well. You got great characteristics about you, man. It's very entertaining and will attract or beam, certain people in, including myself. Now, let me ask you this, man. You're passionate about the whole drug situation and overdoses, and I mean, have you seen something or been affected by it? Not only by use, but have you lost loved ones or anything to this stuff to be this passionate for it?
In 1995, I lost my Uncle Leonard to a heroin overdose. And in 1999, I lost my Uncle Glennie to a heroin overdose. I carried both their caskets. I was free during both of those time periods and was able to be a pallbearer in both my uncles' funerals. I saved my mom's life with CSRT. She was a heroin addict for many years. I grew up in a drug-induced environment. Everything was needles and drugs and junkies, and I grew up and came out from behind underneath that and surpassed it, and straight surviving, straight winning story from now on. You know what I'm saying? To be able to persevere and overcome all the obstacles that have been placed in my path. I think about it. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a really fucked up, and I was smoking crack by the time I was 14 years old with my stepdad. Dang. You know, so I mean, I was dealt the shitty hand out the gate, you know what I'm saying, and rolled with it until prison. If I wouldn't have went to prison, I'd be dead by now. And prison saved my life. Prison got me on the track that I'm on. Everything. I wish I could turn my camera around. Hold up.
Yeah, we haven't even entered prison. You've done over 20 years in prison, man. I can't wait to hear this prison story. Oh shit! Some of your artwork.
The Joker painted on my wall.
Yeah, I see it. It froze up a little bit. There you go. It's unfroze now. Cool. Well, you painted those?
Yeah, I painted that. I painted the wall. All kinds of shit.
Well, you sell them on Etsy or something?
Yeah. That right there didn't mean to happen.
Uh-oh.
Let me show you something.
Oh, the old cloth. What was it? Airbrush?
Airbrush it.
You did that?
Yeah.
That's really good, man.
I learned how to draw in prison, learned how to airbrush in prison, learned how to tattoo in prison.
They had airbrush classes in there?
No, my mom sent me airbrush books.
Oh, hey, flip the camera. Flip the camera sideways. There you go. There you go.
No, my mom sent me books. She sent me
tilt it up now. There you go. There you go.
My mom sent me books. You know how you can get books sent to you in prison?
Yeah.
She sent me books on airbrushing. In the state joint, they had airbrush equipment supplies. You could get in the arts and crafts room and do airbrushing and stuff. But I learned how to draw airbrush through reading these books. And when I came home, I got a compressor. I got everything to airbrush with it. I followed the instructions from the books that I had read voraciously, and I started airbrushing my room. I airbrushed all 4 walls of my room. I airbrushed wild as hell, a bunch of badass shit. I've since painted over it, but yeah, I basically taught myself how to airbrush.
That's the best canvas the walls, huh? You paint right over it when you're done. I never thought of that.
I do spray paint art also. You know where they put the planets and stuff?
Yeah, I always want to learn how to do that. I see them on Instagram all the time, man. It looks pretty simple, you know, some of them, but they turn out beautiful.
But you know what? People overthink them. That's what I learned. Is that the quicker your movements are and the more confident you are with what you're doing, the less muddy it'll be. It'll be cleaner and crisper.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, people probably focus too much trying to stay in lines and stuff, you know? Damn, look. You went to prison.
Yeah.
You said, you just gave me a little like teaser line, right? And we're going to talk about that right now really quick. You say you went to prison. You robbed a bank.
Oh, no, hold on. Let me tell you how it happened.
Okay. Okay.
Let me tell you. I was with somebody. And I did them wrong. They left me in the car with them, and I was on some dope fiend shit. And they left me in the car with them, and I got in their purse, and I took their last $20 out of the purse, and I jumped out of the car, and I ran down the street to go to the dope house to cop some dope. And they caught me and stuff, and they were really mad and upset about it. And I said, well, drive over here. And they drove over there. And I told them, park here, I'll be right back. And I said, I'm going to my friend David's house to get a sack of weed. And they said, all right. And what I really did is I went and I robbed a bank. Right. And I came, and I didn't go in there and push a note across the table. I ran in there and jumped on the counter in the middle of the bank and let everybody know, this is a robbery. Get down.
Holy
shit. You know
what I'm saying?
Mask,
anything?
No mask, no gloves, nothing. I had a tire tool stuffed down my pants. So it looked like I had a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I was on a straight mission. So I get the money, and which was only several $1,000s, like maybe $8,000 or $9,000, like $8,800 or so. Not $10,000. It wasn't even a $10,000 lick. But I get the money, and I run back to the car that they're in, and I jump in and I get down on the floorboard in the passenger seat, and down there, crouched down at the bottom, and I say, go, 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 go. And they look down at me. They say, what are you doing? I said, you need to go right now. I just robbed a bank. They said, oh my God. It was my mom. My mom drove inadvertently. If you were going to ask your mom to drive the getaway car to the bank robbery, she would have said no. I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna ask my mom. I just know that she's a G. I just know that she's a straight G.
Yes, she did. She ain't dropped dime, did she?
No, hell no, she didn't. She never got caught. I never dropped dime on her.
Hey, you get caught for that shit though?
I got caught for it.
Okay, I was just 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, I got caught for it in an unrelated carjacking.
Damn, an unrelated
carjacking. I had a conviction for home invasion, felonious restraint, armed criminal action, and armed robbery by the time I was 18. Me and my stepdad robbed a dope man. Me and my stepdad robbed a dope house. And they called the police because the dope man's girlfriend was a registered nurse and had jewelry bought from a jewelry store that had insurance on it that she paid for with her check money from her nursing job. And they got my thumbprint off of a duct tape that was used to tape them up with. We got away with 9 ounces of cocaine and several $1,000s. I never, in my wildest dreams, thought that the dude would actually call the police on me.
That's
you robbed the dope man. You ain't thinking about he's gonna call the police on you.
Yeah. Hey, did the 9 ounces of cocaine come up in the courtroom?
No, not at all.
I always wondered for situations like that, man. You know, Judge, I'll just get some cocaine, man. Hey, look, okay. What are you looking for, man? You look like you're doing something down there.
I want to show you something. But so yeah, I went to prison 2 different times.
Yeah.
The first time was 9 flat years. I went to the Thundercats camps in Missouri. You know what I'm saying?
Missouri. Okay, Missouri.
Yeah, and the state joint is way different than the feds. Did you do state time or fed time?
All state time. But I've learned quite a bit about the feds, so I'll know pretty much what you're talking about if you were to speak on it.
It's totally different. It's like I went out to Atwater, California, and the Missouri car. There was one person, me. I was in my own. I was my own fucking car. I ain't bullshit.
You're your own fucking car.
Yeah, I'm my own fucking car. And they call me hip hop because I got hip hop tattooed on me. HIP, HOP. I got hip hop on me. So they call me hip hop in prison, right? Everybody called me hip hop. Imagine this. I'm out at Atwater, California, United States Penitentiary, and the shot caller for the Aryan Brotherhood calls me up to a cell to question me about my nickname.
Oh, right? Damn.
Yeah. Question me about my nickname and why they call you hip hop, Wood. You run with them, you know what I'm saying, type of shit, trying to brace me.
Was he intimidating?
Yeah, no trying to. But I had already done 9 years in state joint, so I wasn't cool. I mean, I came up throwing my hands as a teenager.
So yeah, you're used to
scare tactics.
Scare
tactics. I laugh at scare tactics, man. I never was one with the scare tactics. The bank robbers at Leavenworth Federal Penitentiary had their own table for bank robbers. It was the bank robber table. What? All the states had individual. Each state had a table. You know what I'm saying? Each state, each car, the Disciples, the GDs, the Pisas, the Serenos, they all had their own tables and areas in the chow hall. The bank robbers had their own table also that I was allowed to sit in. Yeah. Bank robber table. You should hear some of these old Italians playing bocce ball out on the yard, out on the rec yard, and they're in their 70s and they've been locked up since the 50s and 40s for doing mafia hits and shit. And they're still in the feds in Leavenworth. There's a couple old Italians that are still up there. That are still doing lifers.
Man.
Lifers.
How? What kind of shit did y'all talk? Oh, you gone? There you are. Did y'all talk about a lot of bank robberies and shit?
Not really. Not really. It was just a
camaraderie.
Convenient table. No. You know what it was? It was they felt that they were a cut from a different cloth of criminal than the new feds that were coming in with all the drug cases and stuff. Because when the feds started taking over drug cases and started filling joints up,
it started becoming like the state.
Yeah, they started becoming more like the state and stuff. There was no respect. They figure a bank robber was a respected criminal profession. Now, at no time do I want to come off as glamorizing my life, my criminal background. I'm not proud of it at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It caused me to be estranged from my 25-year-old daughter, Catherine Ann Garnier. Shout out to Catherine Ann. If you ever see this, I love you. I wish we could have had a life together. But it's caused me to be estranged from her for the last 25 years because I did it inside. You know what I'm saying? So I've missed out on a lot. I've got a lot of
you haven't came in contact with her regrets. At all since?
No, and she's less than 30 miles away from where I'm sitting right now.
So you're not like by law allowed to, or
no. She's 25 years old. She's 25 years old. I haven't tried to push up on her. I've been home 6 years. We have 6 mutual friends. Me and her boyfriend have 6 mutual friends. You know, there's not too many degrees of separation between us. You know what I'm saying?
Man, so, I got 4 daughters, so I hope you get to rekindle some of that.
I missed it. You know what? I totally fucking envy your situation. How old are your kids?
I got twins. They're 11. My youngest is 2, and the middle is 4.
See, you know what? And you're in their lives, and you do. Man, I envy that so fucking much, man. I wish I could have had that coming up, but I didn't. You know, I had prison life. You know, I had learning how to throw my hands, learning how to do 100 push-ups at a set. You know, learning how to be strapped up with my knife to go out in the yard. I come from a mixed relationship. My mom and her husband was black. My mom's husband was black. So when I was a young kid growing up through my teens, I was around blacks. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no racial shit. But you get to prison, it gets really racial, and it gets really separate. The whites over here, the blacks over here. You know what I'm saying? And it gets really racial. And I wasn't brought up on that racial bullshit. But here's the thing: if you're a white boy and you're young and you come in and you're fucking with the black dudes, they think you're a punk. They think you're somebody's bitch or something like that. So in order to not be perceived as somebody's bitch, you can't fuck with them. Even though you fucked with them on the streets, you're like, hey man, cool, peace, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. You know what I'm saying? I got to roll with my people now.
You know how it is, man. You know what time it is.
Yep. You know what time it is. Your people telling you the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
I see when we get the streets again, man.
Yeah, you fuck with that cracker on the streets. You don't fuck with him in here.
Isn't that wild? The wildest shit, man. It's the wildest shit, you know? Crazy.
And I live with a black dude. There's a black dude sitting in the other room right now.
Yeah.
Right now in a wheelchair, as a matter of fact, and I cook for him every day.
Yeah, man. See, this shit's wild as hell, man. So you were forced to, of course, run with these dudes, the Woods. How was that? You were telling me, dude asked you about your name.
Well, okay, yeah. So he called me up. He says, "What do they call you hip hop for?" I said, "Because to be honest with you, I came up, grew up breakdancing, and then I started rapping." And he goes, "You can rap?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Let me hear you." Right. So we got a closet Eminem fan right here, the shot caller for the AB and at Atwater Federal Penitentiary.
Oh my God!
Rap lover. You know what I'm saying? So he says, "Let me hear you say something."
Dude, this video is gonna get tons of views, man. This is crazy.
Let me hear you say something. Hey, let me hear you say something. So I spit some shit for him. He goes, "Oh shit, you're going in the battle. I'm putting money on you. I'll put money on you. We're gonna have you in the battle."
What?
Right? Oh yeah, we're gonna have you in the battle. So, and I go, "What's the battle?" And if you look up Block DVD Tone Bone versus J Dub on YouTube, type in Tone Bone versus J Dub, you'll see me battling a dude named Tone Bone, and I'm the only white dude in the video. But the shot caller and the feds said they had battles out under the pavilion every week. On the weekends, the rappers, the black dudes, would be out there battling one another for money. You know what I'm saying? He said, "I'm gonna take you out there and we're gonna battle for stamps."
Oh my God, he
went and bet $500 worth of stamps on my ass, and I went out there and annihilated the dude.
Oh,
annihilated the
shit.
Dude. Yeah.
So he's never done no shit like this before, ever.
No. What's that?
He ain't. I'm guessing that they don't really go in there and bring a rapper.
No.
This was one of a kind, rare.
Yeah, they stay out of that
anomaly.
area.
So they knew that you probably were that good.
Oh man, I put them through there. I put them through there because here's what the rules were: you get 90 seconds. Say what you think is going to win the battle. Say what you think is going to win. You get 90 seconds, and I won the coin toss, so he had to go first, and he didn't come with enough. He just came too short. He came too short. I've been rapping for 30 years. I started rapping in 1985. You know what I'm saying? I opened up for Salt and Pepper in 1987.
What?
Yeah.
Stop playing, man.
And I opened up.
Dude, this is like a fucking novel. You're telling me like the craziest novel. Like it's almost like a fictional novel. You know what I mean?
It's a Pulp Fiction novel, but it's all true on God, on everything I love.
This is unreal, man.
So I come home from prison. And I grasped social media. Social media. When I went to prison, there wasn't even no MySpace. There was no internet.
Yeah.
Let alone Facebook, and let alone platforms and YouTube channels and all that type of shit. Because I come home to social media, and when I get home to social media, I see it as a tool, as a way that I can advance my platform of ending the epidemic of opiate addiction and heroin overdoses with the End the Epidemic Foundation. I see it as a tool for doing that, but I also see it as a way to get my music out there, as a way to get my comedy out there, as a way to get my art and my entertainment out there. Because I do a lot of artwork. I'm multifaceted when it comes to doing portraits. I draw portraits for people. Like this week, I'm coming up and doing Viking sleeves on a dude. I'm doing a sleeve of Vikings like Odin and Thor and Thor's hammer and a bunch of badass Viking stuff on a dude. Straight fucking 8 straight fucking Wotensvote prison work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Viking stuff that I've done for
years. I need
to
see some of your work. I think I've seen a couple pieces, but I was just breezing through your Instagram, really watching the clips of you talking.
I really don't fuck with Instagram.
Yeah, I see.
I haven't broadened my horizon.
I don't have Facebook, Instagram. So that's where we're battling here. I don't even have a Facebook account. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, no, I can. I'll start sharing a bunch more shit on here if you follow me on Instagram.
Yeah. I'll follow you on Instagram as soon as we get off here. Start popping stuff up there, and you know what I mean. It'll be good too for other people that just use Instagram like me. So, but yeah, you said you're about to do some tattoos. I mean,
I'm about to do some tattoos.
Have you? I mean, was it hard for you to get used to a real gun compared to the prison gun?
The machines that they have now, is it like pins? You know what I'm saying? I'm using cartridges and rotary machines. When I had to use the real heavy, the old school machines, the electromagnetic dual coil machines, the old school ones, they were a little bit heavier. The 10 and 12 mag, the 10 and 12 mag ones were a little bit heavier, but it was a little bit of adjusting. But I tattooed everything I got on me. Every tattoo that you can visibly see on me except my neck, I did myself.
Oh, that's a nice little piece. I've seen many pieces that look very similar to that in prison, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that piece. That's a nice piece.
Thanks. And that's like right there, it's your hand. You know what I'm saying? Your hands are like that frontal thing.
Yeah, it really sucks them in. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to think of where we were going. As far
I don't know either, man. But this shit's been entertaining as fuck.
I did 2 separate bits.
Yeah.
I went in at 17 years old and got out in
Missouri.
my mid-20s.
Missouri.
In Missouri.
How was that? Man? Well, let's talk about Missouri a little bit. Let's talk about Missouri.
Missouri's rougher than the feds.
Really?
Yeah, but the feds is deadlier than the state.
Well, let's talk about it, man. Break it down for us.
In the state, you don't have the protection of a car when you come in. You got to fight or run. You're gonna get tried. And you're going to get tried by the wrong motherfuckers. The wrong race is going to try you. The blacks are going to try to get up on you. They're going to try to, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get tried. In the feds, you walk in with a pass. You walk in, no hands-off policies. You know what I'm saying? You got to have paperwork. If your paperwork's good, your car's clean. The group of people that you roll with are good people. You know what I'm saying? It's hands-off. Can't nobody just come up and start beating your ass because they don't like you.
Wow.
Or they got beef with you. They got to go get it sanctioned and authorized through shot callers, this, that, whatnot. In the state joint, if you got some beef with somebody, go tee off on them. Take off on them. There's a lot more fights in the state joint than there are in the feds. And there's a lot more stabbing and killing in the feds because when it gets serious, they don't fuck with fighting. Fuck fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't fuck with fighting. They're more serious about bodying them. You know, I was down at bloody Beaumont in Texas. In Beaumont, Texas, they like 12 murders a year. You know, and that's a lot.
I heard about that place.
Yeah, that's a lot of bodies coming out of there.
Yeah.
But when I went in as a teen and into the state, all it did was prepare me to be a better criminal when I hit the streets. When I hit the streets, I was hitting bigger licks. I was getting supermarkets for $30,000. I was getting this store there for $18,000. I was hitting bigger licks with my robberies. Yeah, I wasn't doing petty shit like robbing the dope dealers in the neighborhood. I used to rob all the dope dealers in the neighborhood, and they knew me for robbing them and shit for real. I run into them in jail. They were like, "You motherfucker out there robbing motherfuckers on the south side." Blah, blah, blah. No, that wasn't me. No, you got that Asian girlfriend. No, that wasn't me. I got shot 3 times robbing crack dealers in South St. Louis.
Damn.
Got hit here, right there. Got hit there. Got hit in my leg and got hit in my lower back. Lucky they were 22s, small caliber handgun.
All at one
from
time.
A distance. Well, all at one time. At one time.
Oh, he was trying to kill you, bro.
I was running up the street trying to get away from them, and they started running after me, shooting at me.
Yeah, he was trying to kill you, man.
No, it was one of his buddies. I took his little starter pistol off of him.
Damn. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let's talk about that, really. Let's jump out. Tell me that story, man. That shit sounds crazy as hell, man.
Well, you know, I would have my girl park up the street, and I would get out of the car and walk down the street, and I'd pull out some money. Just a little bit, enough to tease him to see if he had some work on him, see if he had some dope. And as soon as he goes to his mouth to cough up his shit, I up the strap on him. And I'm like right up on him. You know what I'm saying? I up the strap on him. It's like, you know what time it is, man. You don't you know what it is. Don't make it a murder. You know what? And he's like, oh man, blah, blah, blah. And I shake him down. And right as I'm on him, I start pat searching him. And I feel his pistol. I get his pistol up off him before he has a chance to reach for it. You know what I'm saying? Because you put that burner up underneath his motherfucking neck and grab him by his arm, he ain't going nowhere. He's going to stay still for a second. I got a piece off of him, and I got his dope off of him, and I back up off of him, and I'm back trotting, getting away from him, and I go to turn around, and I turn around, and I start jogging up the street. He goes, Beery! And they come out of the woodworks on me. They come out of the woodworks on me. Oh, yeah, they come out of the woodworks on me, running. My girl starts up the car and backs the car down the street, jumps out of the car and starts dumping her 380 on them, starts shooting at them while they're shooting at me. That's how gangster my girl was. Girl was straight gangster. Bro. But you know what? And once again, as I tell these war stories, I don't tell them to glamorize it whatsoever, because what I was doing was dirtball bad wrong. Yeah. I was making dope fiend moves, doing dope fiend actions. The people at the bank, Mildred, the lady I touched the lady at the bank, and they gave me 3 more points, which meant that I did another 36 months incarcerated just because of the fact that I touched the woman. If I wouldn't have touched Mildred, the bank teller at the bank, I wouldn't have fucking done another 3 years in prison. Well,
but, just moved out the way or something?
Or you know what? I did 11 flat years on that. Yeah, just pushed her out of the way. I pushed her away from the bank, from the teller, from the drawer, so I could get the money myself, because I didn't want her slipping me die packs. You know what I'm saying? I was paranoid about that. But I did 11 flat years. It took me 7 years into my federal bit to realize that I'm not here for stealing these people's money. I'm not here for stealing these people's money. They don't give a fuck about that money. I'm here because I stole innocent people's innocence. You know what I'm saying? The victim's innocence. The ladies that were in that bank, there was like 8 people inside the bank, and there was no men in there. There was all women in there. You know what I'm saying? But I was the only dude. I made sure the 2 male customers left before I went in there. They could have tackled me. I was like 125 pounds. They would have just tackled with me, pistol whipped me with my own fucking crowbar, and sat on me till the cops got there. So I waited till they left, and then went in there. And one of the bank tellers almost did. She started throwing money at me, saying, "Just take it and leave. Just take it and leave." I did. That wasn't Mildred though.
Were you chasing? Were you trying to catch it?
But yeah. My phone don't went dead. Hey, no. Hey, the lady behind me, I go into the bank. I walk into the bank, and there's a lady standing in line, and she's talking to the bank teller. And she's just talking and talking and talking. I'm just waiting there. I'm getting ready to rob this bank. I say, excuse me, that loud. Excuse me. She turns around. She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just here seeing a friend." I said, "Well, you're about to see more than that, bitch. This is a robbery."
Oh my God.
I sure the fuck did, man. I sure the fuck did. I said, this is a robbery. And mind you, I'm laughing about it, but it was over 20 years ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The bank robbery was over 20 years ago. I don't even know if dear Mildred is still alive. I would hope she is. But I ran into the lady that I'm getting ready to mention, the lady that was there seeing a friend. She started picking money up off the ground, right? I turned to her, I said, what are you doing? She goes, I was just picking it up for you. I said, well, thank you very much. She tried to take off her wedding ring. She tried to give me her wedding ring. And I said, no, I don't want your wedding ring, ma'am. I'm just here to get these people's money. That wedding ring's a state case. This is federal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
No, seriously. No, but what I was going to say was this. I came home and saw social media as a platform. But I was like, how am I going to get
Casey, lift the camera up. There you go.
How am I going to get social media's trust? How am I going to get my followers to trust an ex-convict dope fiend? How am I going to get you to trust an ex-convict dope fiend? I'm going to have to let you know that my word is bond. So I did a couple little crazy little things to make my word solid. I was in Orlando, Florida, and I got on Facebook Live, and I was down there at Disney World with a couple friends. I had some friends tell me, we'll take you on vacation with us, but you got to provide your own food, and that's it. We'll give you a room to stay in, and we'll travel with you because you'll be riding with us. But you got to provide your own food and shit, right? Well, I took my tattoo equipment with me thinking I'd be able to do some tattoos on some people when I got down there. But nobody wanted tattoos. It was all families with their kids going to see Mickey Mouse. So I was stuck without any money, and I needed some food. So I get on Facebook Live, and I said, if anybody on my live feed right now sends me money for food, I will come to your house and tattoo you if you're on the continental United States. I don't care from Washington to Maine, from San Diego to Miami. I don't care where you're at in the United States. If somebody sends me some money for some food, I will come to your house and tattoo you. A woman in Tulsa, Oklahoma sent me $50 and said, don't worry about it. The next week I was sitting in her living room tattooing that woman, because your word is your bond. That's all the fuck you've got. And to show the valor and integrity that comes with that, that's keeping it solid. That's being a solid motherfucker, stands on what he says and keeps his word. You know what I'm saying? I went to the lengths and changes to travel over 1,000 miles. Cost me well over $50 to do that. To travel over 1,000 miles to go do over $100 worth of tattoo work on her. And just to prove my word good. A month later, my mom got arrested on a Friday. And I got on Facebook Live, my only solace. I don't have a bank account. I have money in the account. I live week to week, check to check. You know what I'm saying? I said, I need $400 to get my mom out of jail. If anybody helps me bond my mom out, I will come to your house tomorrow and give you twice as much money in tattoo work, meaning $800 in tattoo work. A dude by the name of Jeremy in Kansas City, Missouri, sent me $400 because he's seen me go to Tulsa, Oklahoma for $50. He's seen that demonstration of keeping your word. So he sent me $400 and I bonded my mom out. And then the next day I was on a Greyhound bus tattooing that dude. I did a big Viking ship going down his whole side of his body. Wow, $800 worth of work. You know what I'm saying? So I figured I had to do some stunts in order to get people to realize this is a solid dude. He stands on his word. I show up. So I don't know if you have ever heard of the rapper Adam Calhoun?
Yeah. Country guy.
Yeah, country rapper. Yeah. Well, me and him had beef. We had beef for a while. We had some beef. I was chasing clout once again, throwing his name under the
Cloudy
bus.
the Clout. What?
Exactly. Well, you know what? He retaliated, wrote a song about me called Cannon, off the Lil Wayne remix Cannon. He raps in there about me, Facebook Live, chasing clout. I'm a joker, a jester, a clown, get found in the ground face down. Yeah, he goes in on me. Well, come to find out, I spent 2 weeks at his house, living at his house for a couple of weeks, working out with him, training mixed martial arts at his dojo in Chicago for 2 weeks. He put it out there. He had some beef with another rapper and told him, show up and you'll get $5,000 to get in the ring with me. I said, I'll show up. And he says, if you show up, you got to stay for a couple of weeks and work out with me and I'll give you $5,000. So last August, this past July of last year, I went to Adam Calhoun's house and spent 2 weeks at his house working out with him and running. I ran a mile with him. It's on his Instagram and shit, and he gave me $5,000 for doing it.
So y'all ain't beefing no more?
No, we ain't beefing no more. He's a good ass dude, man. Solid ass dude.
Ain't that a damn thing there, huh? That's wild, man.
Yeah, we ain't beefing. There ain't no beef at all. The dude's a solid ass dude. He's a solid dude. Not because he gave me some money, but because what I learned while I was there, his charity and what he does for people and how he looks out. And I seen some of his close friends. Some of his close friends are black and gay, and he'd been called a misogynist. He'd been called a homophobe. He'd been called a racist and all this other type of shit while he was touring out in California. And none of that's true. None of that's true at all. You know what I'm saying? I've been around his black friends in his hometown and shit, you know what I'm saying? And chilled with him and talked with him and stuff. And he ain't what a lot of people paint his picture. Just because he's doing country rap, he wears overalls in some rap videos.
He's been to prison too, right?
Yeah, he's done a little Illinois time, a little state time.
Yeah.
Using social media. Wow, I started using social media to build my platforms, going live every day on Facebook. Well, I got this follower, somebody that was following me named David Cooley. I didn't know who David Cooley was. Come to find out, he's a comedian by the name of Catfish Cooley. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Catfish Cooley, but if you haven't, look him up. Catfish Cooley. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He's got 1 million followers or more. He's got maybe a few million followers by now. But his name's Catfish Cooley. He shared a freestyle rap video of mine, of me freestyling. And the freestyle rap video has 1.2 million views. But for being a...
Were you freestyling about something in particular?
Check this out.
Motivated by the fact that I'm broke. 2 McDoubles and I'm down to my last glass of smoke. I ain't worried about it, no. Got 2 eyes in the bar. I got 2 chickens, one sticking and a bird on the wire. If I call dope, call it tattoo crack. Of course you get beat up by dub, man. I bet you come back. I'm so savage with my anti, should be called illegal. Man, you see the shit I can do with some ink and a needle. I'm J-Dub, let me introduce myself. So sick with this freestyle, they call my shit well. Because I'm well-rounded, baby, I can get it on time. I'm so sick with the savage shit, I'm out of my mind. And I'ma lose 2 friends before this shit gets on. But let me tell you right now, that those who stay strong and hold down for the dub, I'ma look out too. Because this is all about it, man. I'll let you. Now, some may come and some may go. And some days I'm high on and some I'm low. But that don't really matter, let me say I know. And that don't really won't stick around whether time you want though. Tell me some may come and some may go. And some will be around when you're ready to blow. For those that are with you when your ass is on low, that's all the love I got and I'm gonna show.
You can find me at Jeremy Garnier, Jeremy Garnier, Garnier. I'm sure you'll have that tag on my Facebook. That's my Facebook name is Jeremy Garnier. It's the one with over 15,000 followers, and it lists the followers. It's not a lot, but with you included, and you 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 and everybody else who watch this video, if you would run over there to Facebook and follow Uncle Dub, Uncle D-U-B-B, Uncle Dub with 2 B's. Follow Uncle Dub and follow Jeremy Garnier. I would really appreciate that. And thank you so very much. I got a bet going on with my people right now. I said that I'll probably get a boost of like 2,500 followers as a result of this video. And somebody said, no, you'll probably get closer to 5,000 or 10,000 more. And I said, we'll see. Well, I'm at 15,000 right now. And as it gets up into higher numbers, they jump exponentially. Yeah. You can go from 40,000 to 80,000 a lot quicker than 1 to 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep everything linked and pinned in the comment section, description of the video for you to go check them out. And it was a pleasure, man. Until next time we meet.
You got my info. You got my number.
I do, man. And until next time we meet, you be easy. All right, buddy?
All right, peace.